I think we're live. I think we're live. Let me find my keyboard. Oh gosh, it's on the floor. Because of course it's on the floor. When has any of my stuff ever not been on the floor? One day I will actually install my keyboard tray. I've had this desk for 3 years. I just haven't put in the keyboard tray yet. Let me tell everybody that I'm finally live. I'm not as late as I could be. I'm just still late. Hi, I'm here. I wanted to try 6:30 because supposedly my Gothic Enigma gets home on time. That 6:30 should be fine. But that wasn't the case this time. Wasn't the case this time. Let's turn on some things because I need to figure out what I'm streaming today. But I need people here to tell me because today's just a big, a here for the people type of day. Because I've got too many options. Hey Potato, hey Cat. I'm gonna put on a little vibes. I want to put on some vibes while we're here. And while I'm what am I streaming today? What are your opinions? You're here. Oh, you know what? I could put on no, I don't know what's going to get. The copywriting is kind of hard with YouTube. Per usual, the trailer, I already did the trailer. The reaction only is on YouTube. The full live stream is on Twitch with all of the breakdown. Rachalog, I did the Jisung Racha, the lizard Rachalog. Sorry, you were working, friend. There is okay, so oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put this into like the chat or something. Okay. I'm gonna need to put up like a poll or something. Supposedly it's meant to be my two kids room. The thing is, there's just like a lot happening, and I'm not sure I'm feeling 2018 two kids room right now, but like I could be. I don't know what I'm feeling. So the options are I have not seen the last 3 Skiz Code episodes, and my understanding is that they will make me cry from friendship and from family. So that might be entertaining, but that's also a lot. And YouTube, of course, hates copyright things. Not that that's going to be resolved by any of this shit. There's the no ways. Let me hold on. Can I make a poll? Can I make a poll? If I can, I don't know how. Okay. Pick a stream thing. Codes that are both gay and will make me cry from friendship. No ways. For furtherly no man of mystery. 2018 two kids rooms. Okay. Pick. Okay, and now I'm gonna pin that, and we're just gonna like let that be there for a second until I get enough people. The two kids show, we're not at two kids show yet. If we're doing two kids, then we're continuing on the 2018 two kids rooms. Because there is the boxing Rachalog. Is the boxing Rachalog something that would be interesting for y'all to watch me react to? That seemed like it was boxing. I haven't seen anything about the boxing Rachalogs that Okay, we've got a lot of votes for codes, and which I'm not surprised by. I know that you all love to watch me cry. Um, um, let me pull up my. In case you haven't noticed, today's live stream is brought to you once again by our favorite sponsors. We have our shitty space buns because I just got out of the shower and no makeup except for a tinted moisturizer that I put on every time I hope a tinted moisturizer will fix my life, and an incredibly bright lipstick to try to distract you from the fact that I look exhausted all the time. So those are our sponsors for the day. Did you know I can actually add sponsors now to my videos? I can't. I'm not monetized to get like ad revenue, but I can add products to my videos. I did it for my last video just to like see what it was, what happened. Um I believe that the products I put down um because I took it very seriously uh were On Becoming a Person by Carl Rogers, one of our Basics of Psychodynamics books, which actually is surprisingly good. I did not expect it to be good when I first read it because it's like from the 50s, and a lot of books about psychodynamics from the 50s are like real sus, but it was actually really fucking good. And my shitty headphones from the year 2020 that don't even come in this color anymore, I don't think. But I mean, I guess they've lasted since 2020, so the boxing Rotralog was hot. I mean, yeah, but is that fun to watch the therapist react to? The asexual therapist? I don't know if watching the asexual therapist react to the hot gay boxing video is like what's entertaining. I feel like that would just be me sitting there and going like, yeah, looks like men boxing. I don't think I've read anything by Oliver Sacks. I'm not actually good at names though. We've got a lot of codes. We've got a lot of codes, votes. Is the boxing one funny? I believe you. Would it be? Let's see. The skills were fun to pinpoint. Honey, do you think I know anything about boxing skills? Do you think watching me do you in what I am allergic to exercise. I may have been a weightlifter at one point in my life, but for the last 3 years I literally have been too allergic to exercise to work out. I don't know jack shit about boxing. My technique knowledge is punch. I took one boxing class once. I do not remember the terms. Han trying not to hit people? Ugh, goodness. I think I'll do codes. Unless people feel really strongly about something else. Am I set up? I was going to try to fix my lighting. I was also going to try to fix my camera. I was going to try to fix a lot of things. Listen, I keep planning on trying to fix my life. And sometimes it almost works. No Way is your pick. Okay, maybe. I know that I need to do a catch up at some point, and I keep wanting to do a catch up over a weekend and just not having the bandwidth because I need to fix my life before I have the bandwidth to do things. Or really, they just keep coming out with shit because it's fucking promo season. What happened in the last No Way? Is the latest No Way actually going to give me further insight on Lee No? I was surprised that the last one I was able to like do a lot with. I was pretty surprised that I was able to like deep dive exposure therapy with it. So that was nice. I'll leave it up to y'all. I don't know. I feel like I should wait for Neon to be available to do No Way. You know, as my number one Lino fanatic. Won't give up more information. Yeah, okay. Oh right. I was gonna light a candle first. My emotional support candle. Hold on. I'm gonna put in my emotional support candle. Um. Oh right. It's the camping. It's the camping. Um. I think we're gonna do codes because I want to do codes. I'm like iffy about it because they're super long, and we all know. Well, if you've been here, you know that I don't take 30 minutes to react to a 26-minute video. But it's a Friday for me and a Saturday for some of you all. So, and if it's Saturday for you, it's the daytime. You'll survive. I'm the one who wakes up every day and has my fucking Fitbit inform me. It seems like you had a rough night's sleep last night. Try to listen to your body today. Thanks, Fitbit. I hadn't noticed that I sleep like shit. Thank you for the information. Okay. Let me light a candle. My emotional support candle. Okay. It sounds like code is the winner. Okay, friends. While I'm standing here, as a reminder, if you are over the age of 18, you can join the Discord. I'm trying to fix it up. I'm about as slow at fixing things up as I am at doing everything else in my life. But I'm trying to fix it up to have some nice comeback sections. And we now have nice forum discussion sessions for these live streams so that we don't have to get all of the other chats muddied with confusing memes, since you weird ass motherfuckers keep making memes of me for some fucking reason. You can join the Discord. Let me turn off that pin. Where's that pin? Turn it off. Yeah, KG, it is your fault. Those memes are your fault. Although, I don't know, Dan made the first GIF of my face. I'm glad nobody's done that since, honestly. That was too much. That was so much. I don't need GIFs of me going around. Also, if you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to me, it is legitimately extremely helpful so that one day I can be monetized. And then if I'm monetized, maybe one day I can afford to upgrade to a PS5 so that I can play Genshin again, so that I can shitpost about Chan playing Genshin again. I missed this. This is important. How am I supposed to K-pop Cassandra Chan playing Genshin if I can't play Genshin? You know, this is in your benefit as well as mine, I promise. I'm really good at advertisements. I'm so good at it, everyone. I continue to be the best at advertising myself. That's definitely my skill set. Where the frickety frack is coats. None of these are the fucking coats. There are too many goddamn... Oh, these are all fucking shorts. That's why I didn't notice it. There are too many playlists. Too many playlists. Why would you rub it in my face that you're playing Genshin while watching my stream when I just said that I haven't been able to play Genshin since April because they stopped supporting it on PS4? That's so rude. Why would you do that to me? Oh, I think I played this just long enough to show my wife them handcuffed together. um And unfortunately, she became an evil. So it used to be that I'd show her gay shit, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's cute. They're so gay." And now I show her gay shit, and she just looks at it, and I can tell she doesn't even have to say anything anymore. I know the face. I know the face. I know exactly what it means, and what it means is not as gay as X-Love. And every time I have to tell her, "Baby, we're not as gay as X-Love." And then every time she goes, "Well, we need to try harder." And like Enigma, I can't even. I'm working off of my emotional support tinted moisturizer and lipstick meant to distract people from the exhaustion in my eyes. How am I supposed to out gay X-Love in these conditions? It's very homophobic of her, to be quite honest. So that was my rant about my wife. Okay. So per usual, YouTubers, my darlings, probably at some point, unless I just like keep pausing, YouTube's gonna be like, "Hey bitch, this isn't your content." And I'm gonna be like, "But it's educational content and you're supposed to let me do educational content." And then it's gonna be like, "Well, you don't have any way to actually like argue about this with us on a live right now, so we're just gonna make it stop going anyway." At which point, you either gotta like go live your life and do something else, or you gotta go over to Twitch. So, reminders. Okay. Let's make sure all my audio is like doing audio things.
혹시 부산
It is.
처음이에요?
저 남자친구 있어요.
It's really
골키퍼
loud
있다고
though.
골 안 들어간 거 아니죠?
축구 잘 못하시잖아요.
어떻게 하셨대?
That has no captions. Where are my captions? I'm sorry, I'm not this proficient at Korean yet. All right. Oh, right. Okay, so we're just gonna kick off with the. What I know about these codes is that they're pretty homosexual. And it's in Busan. And apparently, I will cry from friendship. That's what I know. Also, Changbin's mom shows up. Also, there's sasaengs in the background. A bunch of things that are not really relevant, so.
혹시 부산 처음이에요?
저 남자친구 있어요.
골키퍼 있다고 골 안 들어간 거 아니죠?
축구 잘 못하시잖아요.
어떻게 하셨대?
The thing is that is such disaster homosexual behavior, right? Like someone is flirting with you. And like you finally, there's someone who is capable of flirting not like a disaster. And you just rebuff them by being snarky. And then you're always like, why can't I find other queers to hang out with or date or sleep with? And it's like, well, you keep being a snarky little bitch instead of flirting back. I'm just saying.
성도 왜 안 들어와?
He already looks so exhausted.
부산이다.
He's been here for 30 seconds and he's already done with them.
여기가 부산입니까? 여기가 부산입니다.
저번에는 호주 갔는데 이번엔 부산이구만.
오늘 진행을 한번 해보겠습니다.
진행 한번 해봐라.
저희
I look forward to watching. Okay, so as anybody who's watched my kids' rooms content knows, I have a fondness for all of them. I'm deeply OT8 biased. I have a specific type of fondness for IN, just like I have a specific type of fondness for each of them, depending on each of them. And my fondness for IN is very based in his just like sheer competency in like multiple realms. He's just very he's very both like capable of managing people socially and understanding dynamics of various things. He's got like a good systems brain. As I've said before, like my IN focused kids rooms, the IN always gives me the most interesting information. Like every time I've had a total like, wow, I need to reconceptualize something moment, it's been in like while like in an IN episode or while IN was talking or something. And he's also like just very effective socially at managing certain dynamics. So I'm looking forward to having a him focused episode, because I'm hoping that gives him also like that part of this is him wrangling his cats of a group in a way that Shan has sort of just like given up on trying to do. I'm looking forward to see if that comes out, because he just is like already sick of their shit, or you know, if that's not really how it's gonna end up working. I also just, you know, I think IN, so we actually do know a lot about IN. People think that we don't know a lot about IN because he's not featured as much in his like thoughts and history and such in official content, but on lives he's super fucking open about like in his historic lives he's talked a lot about himself and his family and his life. We actually know a ton about IN if you've gotten into his live content, but I haven't gotten much into his live content. I know this from talking to people who have watched all the lives. Lives is like one of the things I've barely touched. Of all the content, like I've had the least interaction with lives. Mostly because I find getting into it very overwhelming to think about. So I'm glad that we have like very him-focused content that also gives, I think, more insight to a lot of people who aren't aware of the fact that like you can learn about a lot about IN through his lives, about his history, about his hometown. You know, he has such an interesting background being from this like further away place that was close enough to commute kind of while he was in the kids program, right? So he'd commute down every weekend from his grandparents' place, and like while he was in the JYP kids program, he would commute down for the weekend, stay for the full weekend, and then commute back up. And so he'd stay at his grandparents' place to make that commute easier, and to the point that like his grandparents became like secondary parents to him, which is both a lot of dedication for somebody his age, and just like really shows a lot of just fucking grit and fortitude, which he's always shown. So I'm really glad that he has not just like a very him focused episode, but a series of very like him, his life, his history focused episodes. I think that's like really cool for a lot of people.
고향에 오신 거를
딜레이 되겠다. 딜레이 되겠어.
고향에 오신 걸 환영합니다.
고양이. 우와, 고양이.
네, 저희가 지금 있는 이곳은 제가
God, they're
자주 오던
obnoxious.
청도 해수욕장입니다.
야 근데 되게 아름답다.
네, 재작년에
재작년에
비행기를 찍으러 갔잖아요.
예.
이번엔 비행기 시즌 2로 부산에 왔습니다.
이엔이 고향 놀러 갈 수 있으니까 너무 좋다.
아,
진짜.
좋습니다.
너무 기대되고.
영광입니다. 밥 주세요.
Please feed us.
아 근데 이게 밥 먹기 전에 미션이 있어요. 비행기가 뭐의 줄임말인지 아시나요?
비효율 여행 그 시기 그거 있잖아요.
기록.
비효율적 여행 기록의 줄임말입니다.
They, I guess together they made one full answer. Was it a comprehensive? What was it? An understandable answer?
있잖아요.
기록.
비효율적 여행 기록의 줄임말입니다.
우리들이 합치면 정답이네.
시드니 때도 저희가 비효율적인 미션을
I did
했죠.
love
아주 비효율적인
inefficient
미션이 있습니다.
missions.
미션을 공개해 보도록
The
하겠습니다.
inefficient missions were
승민
really
씨의
fucking
미션을
good.
소개하겠습니다. 장소 이름으로 N행시 하기.
N행시.
네.
뭐 가볍죠?
이게 성공이랑 뭐 실패 기준이 있나요?
실패하면 어떻게 돼?
실패하면 밥을 못 먹습니다.
Why is that a dopamine rush? What is this punishment? This is a terrible punishment.
하나, 둘, 셋, 송!
송도에 왔습니다.
도!
도장 깨기 하러 왔습니다.
아, 좋습니다.
That was not a difficult challenge. I guess is the inefficiency that it didn't have to be good. Like, what was the efficient versus inefficiency?
이런 식으로 하는 겁니다. 그러면 다음 분 미션 소개하겠습니다. 네, 필릭스 형인데요.
뭐지?
스키즈 단합을 위한 구호 외치기. 식당에서 부산 사투리로 주문하기.
나 부산 사투리 진짜 못하는데. 브로테야 잘하자. 와 근데 부산 사투리를 어떻게 해? 나 사투리 진짜 못하는데.
알려드릴게요.
좀 알려줘.
제가 알려드리겠습니다.
알려주라. 어떻게?
이모 부르고
이모
모둠에 4개랑
모듬에 4개랑
회덮밥 4개랑.
잘하는데.
자 이제 주문하면 돼요.
주문할게요.
아이.
I love also giving Ian the opportunity to just yell at his members. He's earned that. He's earned it. He deserves that opportunity. God bless him. I'm so glad, Kat, that I have made you have to question yourself every time you say dopamine just because you've heard them say it wrong. This brings me great joy that I've ruined this very silly piece of slang for you.
잘하는데.
자 이제 주문하면 돼요.
주문할게요.
아이 탈락. 이모.
이모 주문할게요. 모듬에 4개랑 회덮밥 4개랑
아이 좋다.
멍게덮밥 4개랑 물에 4개 주시오. 주시오.
주의소. 아 좋다. 자 한이형 미션.
네.
현지인에게 부산 사투리로 단체 사진 찍어달라고 부탁하기.
현진에게.
괜찮네.
그거는 뭐라고 해야 돼?
마 사진 좀 찍어주이소.
따마.
와 진짜 잘한다.
또 삼촌, 사진 좀 찍어주이소.
네 어쨌든 이거 하시면 돼요.
Busan locals may find this episode frustrating. I have to imagine, I mean, like, obviously I don't really know the culture, but I have to imagine that this is similar to, like, you know, one time I went out for dinner with 2 of my coworkers in San Francisco. I was in San Francisco for a work trip, and I was talking to them about growing up in Jersey. And they were like, oh my God, can you speak Jersey to us? And I have to imagine that it's sort of like that, except if I had been in Jersey, you know? Although, in Jersey, I don't think you'd want people to hear you say that out loud. You would get made fun of. Luckily, you just have to curse a lot. That's all you have to do to speak Jersey.
현지 여행 미션. 감천 문화 마을에서 2인 이상 인터뷰하기.
Oh no.
참고로 이 감천 문화 마을은 내일 가는 거기 때문에 오늘은 미션이 없습니다.
편하게 놀고.
I'll die tomorrow. Hyunjin, this is a great opportunity for you to utilize some like coping skills to appropriately prepare yourself for a difficult mission the next day so that you don't die. You see, that would be another option other than what if I ignore this thing I don't want to do until I have to do it anyway and then I hate it. You could simply figure out, okay, what is the appropriate way for me to prepare myself in a way that's like kind to my. I suppose that's probably too much to ask, huh?
죽어야겠다.
내일 딱 마음의 준비하면 돼.
아 그래요? 그냥 붙잡고 인터뷰를 해?
편하게 편하게.
스트레이 키즈를 아시나요?
롯데 자이언츠 좋아하시나요? 이런 거예요?
You like that?
좋습니다.
자, 다음 미션. 여행 사진 많이 찍어 인스스 바느질하기.
인스스 바느질이 뭐야? 바느질?
바느질이 뭐예요?
Oh, they're very on.
스토리 많이 올리기.
어렵다.
음식 사진만 찍는 거 아니야?
Poor Changbin.
자, 다음. 리노 형
Is
미션.
that's not how you clean a.
멤버들 취향에
That
맞는
was
선물 사오기.
that was
되게
physically
쉬운데?
that was the please don't clean your lenses like that. Please don't. Please that's not. Please don't clean your. Please.
감성 소품샵에서
Why is he's sitting there? He's so focused.
리노 형 미션.
Is this always how he clean? Is this not for the bit?
감성 소품
Because he just can't. But please tell me this is for the bit. I'm begging someone to tell me that Changbin does not actually try to clean his camera lenses with his finger and that Hyunjin doesn't just let him. Hyunjin's sitting right next to him and he's just gonna let him do this. I don't. You all have sunglasses. Don't you have something you clean your sunglasses with? They're very expensive sunglasses. Don't some of you have just like glasses too? Somebody surely has a microfiber cloth. You have a camera crew, like an entire camera crew. You could. This isn't the thing I need to crash out about.
소품샵에서 멤버들 취향에 맞는 선물 사오기.
아 되게 쉬운데?
얘가 주는 건 안 받고 싶은데.
아 됐어요. 안 받아요.
자, 다음 찬영 미션. 여행지 영상 찍기. 멤버들과 여행 쇼폼 찍기.
쇼폼을 찍는다고요? 저 안 할 건데요.
나도 안 찍을래.
아 그 한 번은 잡아줄 수 있잖아요. 아니 한 번은.
그래.
저의 미션은요. 가이드 역할하기입니다. 부산 가이드 역할을 하고.
Is that inefficient? That doesn't feel inefficient.
가이드니까 송도 해수욕장에
It
대해서
seems
설명하는
like it would be far more inefficient to make like Felix be the guide. You know? Like that seems like the most efficient option. I think it would also be funny. Like if IN weren't the guide and had to be guided around by one of his members, I think that would have been very funny. Probably not what the city of Busan wanted, because I suspect that this was sponsored by the city of Busan, but extremely entertaining. So a little disappointed that they went for the efficient route on this one. I feel like Changbin's is the most inefficient of all of the options here.
해드리겠습니다.
아 이거 중요합니다.
중요하죠.
송도 해수욕장은
예.
대한민국 제1호 공설 해수욕장으로 역사적으로도 의미가 있는 곳이고요. 바다 위를 가르는 케이블카가 유명합니다.
야 근데 너 말투가 많이 섞였다.
사투리 써야지.
해운대나 광안리가 화려한 느낌이라면 송도는 고즈넉한 분위기를 느낄 수 있는 바다입니다. 케이블카도 타봐요.
점점 타봐요.
저거 안
타봐요.
아 그리고 이번 시즌 2에는 특별히 단체 비효율 미션이 있습니다.
비효율적인 거 되게 좋아하네.
여행 장소마다 저희가 모두 함께 수행해야 할 비효율 미션이 있다고 합니다. 이곳에서 수행해야 할 미션은 10분간 옆 사람에게 음식 서로 먹여주기.
10분을요?
That's. Hold on. I need to experience Chan's deep sigh several times, actually.
10분을 먹여줘야 돼?
That's the sigh of. How much? How many times must I be fiercely gay on camera? How frequently must I perpetuate polycule OT8 rumors? That's what's sitting there behind that sigh is just I see. So you will make us be gay on camera again. I see that this is once again coming for the homosexuals. I feel that sigh deep in my soul. Because that's the sigh I give to my wife, like, every, I don't know, other hour.
10분을 먹여줘야 돼?
대충 분량
먹여주기.
10분을요?
10분을 먹여줘야 돼?
That is really excessive. Like, is it, like, literally, like, feeding the like, is it literally like we're gonna pick up I'm gonna put chopsticks in your mouth? Like, how literal is this? I've never fed someone for that long. Like, that's like, if you are a baby, I will feed you for that long. I think I've fed people bites of things before. The idea of spooning food into somebody's mouth for 10 minutes, if it is not for, like, a medical purpose, is not that. That's really unnecessary. Like, deeply unnecessary. 10 minutes? That's so much. Like, how, like, just have them kiss on screen. You know? Like, how gay do we need to make them extend themselves into being? I agree, Kat. This really does seem like they are just setting up to torture these boys.
대충 분량 각 재려면 2-3분이면 될 것 같아.
오케이. 2-3분.
I like that they just vote to overrule. I wonder if they put down 10 minutes because they knew, like, they know these kids well enough to be like, they're not gonna fucking do it. I wonder if someone had a bet. I wonder if there was a bet pool going on. If I were Skijigi, I would constantly have a bet pool going on about, like, how many of our rules and requirements are they actually going to listen to? And I would just keep upping the like level of bullshit that I try to put them through. Right? Every time somebody wins a lot of money because they did go through with something that most people thought they wouldn't go through with, you have to up the stakes for the next bullshit thing that you do, you know? This is why I'm a really awful dungeon master to deal with. That's because that's how I run my games.
비효율적인 미션이지만 효율적이게 한번 가보자 이거죠.
좋지 좋지. 효율적이게 효율적으로 하자.
네, 10분은 무리이므로 5분으로 정해보도록 하겠습니다.
자, 처음부터 다시 읽어버려 5분으로.
아, 그리고 이번 시즌 2에 특별히 단체 비율 미션이 있는데요. 5분간 5분 옆 사람에게 음식 서로 먹여주기.
5분 정도면 충분하지.
아 5분 너무 길어요. 5분 너무 길어. 아,
야 10분이 아닌 게 어디야? 마음을 담아서 5분 정도 뭐 먹여줄 수 있지.
Can you? Wow, you're all
주민이 왜 이렇게 빨라?
much more in love with each other than I'm in love with anyone.
이거 뭘 먹일지
아니야.
I don't think I can feed someone with love for 5 minutes. Unless I'm not feeding them very much. They did not say how continuously the feeding had to happen. So I think maybe if I were doing it very slowly. I'm making fun of them at the same time. But see, then that ruins the point of doing it lovingly. I don't think I could lovingly feed somebody for 5 minutes. I don't think I have that much love in my soul. I think I'm too much of a cunt for that.
걱정하지 마.
형아 빨리 빨리.
형,
Just
형
pure
영화
soy
배우야.
sauce?
조심해야 돼.
큰일 났다.
그냥 혼자 먹어요. 안 먹길 잘했다. 형, 그 정도 욕구도 못 참아?
Oh, this is like Hyunjin's worst nightmare. He's just gonna be. It's gonna be me emotionally resonating with Hyunjin this entire time, isn't it? Because that face is how I feel about. Like that's how I would. That would be my reaction too. You and me, buddy. You and me. Oh, Changbin. God bless you.
아이고 감사합니다.
What a weird background song. That's a real bizarre choice.
와 미쳤다.
자, 이제 니크 형이 구호 한번 외치고 밥 먹어볼까요?
뭐 숟가락 들어야 되나?
숟가락 들어요?
숟가락 들으시다 일단.
오늘도 내일도 같이
Oh yeah,
행복한 시간을
it's
보냅시다.
so cute.
가자.
부산에 잘 놀자.
여기 밥도 있어. 넣어.
잘 먹겠습니다.
먹여주기 스타트.
나 꼬막 한 입만 주면 안 되냐? 찍어? 안 찍어도 돼. 안 찍어도 돼.
나 새우튀김 한 입 줘. 새우튀김 한 입 달라고? 근데 이게 새우튀김 달라고? 묵은지 말고 새우튀김 줘. 야채부터 넣어.
God.
야채
This would be. I'm gonna have nightmares about having to experience this with somebody. About asking them for specific food with every bite I wanted to. You know what? I'd probably go about it Lee No's way and just shove things into people's faces.
옳지.
자, 또 먹어. 그렇지. 어이구.
초장파.
아,
사실 해산물
Isn't Changbin like the pickiest eater of all of them, if I recall correctly?
그 무슨
Or like one of the pickiest eaters?
횟집에서 그런 무슨 망언을
사회성 왜 이래?
아나
What's with your social skills?
생각해보니까 좀 잘못됐다. 현진이 내가 먹을 줄 알지 먹을 수 있잖아 그지?
나 해도 해.
초장을
How well is Hyunjin going to cope with being fed? Probably I think he'll school his expression. I think he'll figure
초장을
it
넣어야
out.
되는 맛인지 한번 먹어봐. 빨리.
내가 테스트를 하고 있어.
먹어봐. 그냥 입 대고 먹어. 초장 넣어야 돼.
Well, school his expression as much as he can while eating food.
마늘 줄까?
I do think it's kind of Changbin to have given him a whole bunch of food at once so that he didn't have to just sit there and keep being fed by one of his members. I think that's honestly I think that might be sort of like you know how they've all talked about how they have like an understanding of kind of each other's boundaries and what they can push and like what they can't push. I would suspect that that's like a little bit of that in some ways, right? I think that the people that we see like doing more kind of like unhinged, just like tossing food in each other's mouths, that's going to be with people who, you know, maybe they're picky eaters like Changbin, but like they can sort of deal with that, but I suspect that like Changbin like actually getting like a spoonful, like a solid spoonful of food and just feeding it to Hyunjin, who probably is less into this game emotionally, I would guess, than some of them. Is a little bit of the acknowledgement of like, okay, some of us are not like this is not going to be as entertaining as it will be for some of the others. So
네, 고추장 들어갔어. 이것도 회덮밥이지.
아니 형 이게 먹어봐봐. 형이 한번 감 맞춰봤거든.
시끄러워.
형이 이거 먹어봐라. 봐 이거 먹어봐라. 먹어봐. 아 멍게 비빔밥 먹어봐라. 멍게랑 먹어봐. 아.
he did not successfully school his expression that time. Hold on.
아 멍게 비빔밥 먹어봐라. 멍게랑 먹어봐. 아 먹어봐봐. 어때? 맛있어? 초장 들어가야 확 맛있지. 초장 맛이라는 거야.
윤호야.
먹어봐봐. 초장 들어가야 확 맛있지.
You know what? It's really a big difference after last week watching the two kids' rooms and sitting there being like, God, I wish you'd all stop talking while chewing Pringles. And look, they've grown so much. They're no longer teenage boys. I'm so proud of them.
나이스.
자, 10, 9,
장미.
8,
형님이가 먹을 마지막 때.
6, 5, 4,
우리 한이가 먹을 거. 안 되겠네.
야 얘들아 멍게 비빔밥 이거 초고추장 넣어서 먹어봐. 진짜 맛있어.
잘 먹겠습니다.
회가 쫄깃쫄깃하니 맛있네.
물회 맛있는데?
너무 맛있어. 야, 부산에서 이런 걸 먹을 수 있다니.
바야흐로 2018년도에 부산 팬사인회 왔던 걸 기억하시면
와 오랜만이다. 그때 누구 팬이 어디 있다고 우리 팬사인회를 와?
그때 대기실에 정인이 부모님께서 넣어준
와 기억난다.
제가 거기서 회 맛을 처음 알았거든요. 원래 날걸 잘 못 먹다가 기가 막혔어 그때.
나 방금 오빠야 들었어 여기서. 오빠야를 처음 들어봐.
오빠야. 오빠야 근데 귀엽다.
형 매운탕 시키자.
야, 저 따뜻한 것도 먹고 싶긴 해.
각자 닮은 생선 말해보게 할까? 현진이 쥐포, 쥐치.
약간 느낌 있다.
쥐치.
I want pictures of the fish. I don't know enough about fish to know what this means. Why? Give me more information. They're going to go on this whole discussion about fish. And then I'm going to have to go look up information about fish to understand whatever jokes they're making about fish. And I get that it just be like that, but I can't even have like a bad like Photoshop cutout rendering just like thrown on the screen. Like I just want a bad clip art of whatever vibes this means, you know? I suspect that that's what the internet's gonna give me. I just want to know. Is it on the screen? Oh, it is. I didn't see it. It just meshed into the background too well. It wasn't a bad enough cutout. I was like looking for it on the center of the screen. Because that's where I expected to see it, not like in some random corner where it's the same color as the thing it's on top of. While I'm looking at subtitles.
쥐치야 너 쥐치.
창빈이 방어.
Okay, let's see. Now the next step, and I'm sure there are memes of this. He looked more like this fish when he wasn't emulating the fish.
쥐치야 너 쥐치.
Like, right here, where he stops emulating the fish. This is where he looks the most like the fish. Because this fish does not look like it's making a cute fish face. This fish looks fed up. This fish is done. This fish is over it. There's no more here with this fish, okay?
창빈이 방어.
나 방어.
방어요?
Oh god, they keep putting it in weird places. Okay, I only have a drawn image of the yellowtail. Okay, sure.
아 르네 눈이 너무 크니까.
놀래미. 놀래미가 뭐야?
놀래미가 어떻게 생겨먹은 거야?
나도 몰라. 근데 느낌이 뭔가 그래.
I don't know either, but that's the vibe. Okay. This is not a very serious, this is not a very scientific, this is not a very scientific analysis, is what I'm getting.
2층에 있던데?
아니 플랑크톤.
야, 플랑크톤 맞아. 형 어류.
멍게. 아 괜찮아.
말미잘.
아니.
심해로 가야 돼.
That's
심해로
not
가야
a
돼.
fish.
심해어 중에 그 여기 랜턴 달고 그 시야 엄청 센 애 있잖아.
아, 나 누군지 알 것 같은데.
알지.
심해 초롱하기.
나 용복이 뭐 할래?
Why?
눈 얘도
Why is Han an angler? This is not a very scientific approach. I am disappointed in this group of autistics for such an unscientific approach.
그러니까 볼락. 볼락 귀엽다. 볼락 이쁘다.
아, 볼락 맛있는데.
볼락 찾아봐야겠다.
Turn off the captions. What are they seeing that I'm not seeing?
승민이는? 승민 갈치.
What am I missing in how this fish looks like Felix? Is it because of the big round eyes? Is that the deal? Is it because it kind of looks like it's pouting? I guess that fish kind of looks like it's pouting with a very wide mouth. I'm really not convinced about the science here, everyone.
승민 갈치. 갈치 괜찮다.
갈치 비싸요.
산갈치.
우리 이현이 뭐 할래?
저렇게 생기고 있는데.
아니야?
그러니까 생선 닮지 않았어? 오! 이거 할아버지. 오, 저 뭐야 저거?
나 봤는데 저거.
I know what fish.
블러피쉬. 아, 블러피쉬. 나 뭐 찾아봐 있어.
Oh no. Not a blobfish. Oh. YouTube. At some point, YouTubers, this is going to end. You see, sometimes it'll let me go for like 2 hours, and sometimes it'll only let me go for like 40 minutes. And I just don't know when. I think it has to do with how much I'm pausing. Or maybe it's just vibes. I really don't know. It's really unclear.
자, 이제 소화도
Wow.
시킬 겸
I know
산책을
so...
할 거예요.
You know, I really want to say I know a lot more about fish than I did before, but I don't.
같이 손 묶고 돌아다니기입니다.
I know very little more about fish than I did before.
아, 그렇게 말고요.
아 이렇게?
Okay, a lot of
화장실
people...
없죠,
I do remember this, and a lot of people brought up red lights with this, which I get, but it's not... No. Sorry, YouTube. Alas. I wonder if I can turn off YouTube and turn it back on again, and like... No, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what's going on. There, and while we're doing that, we're also going to update the broadcast settings. So like if I start streaming again, is it like now like okay, now it's a new stream and everything will be fine? I doubt it. But maybe. I don't know. But maybe. No. It doesn't work like that. Alas. Alas. Although, If I press end stream, I'm trying to find a way around.